you doing? My name is Wolé Parks, and you are watching likez TV.
I'm happy to have you on the show, Wolé. I know you're busy by now. You know, Superman and Lois next episode are coming next week on CW. Yeah, and on Salto here in France. But first of all, Wolé, or maybe should I say John Henry Irons, the Steel. How are you, man? Just tell us, how are you?
Ah, c'est la petite pause les amis. Et oui, avant d'aller plus loin, j'aimerais tout de suite que vous n'oubliez pas de vous abonner à la chaîne, de soutenir la chaîne. N'oubliez pas d'activer la petite cloche, mettez-moi un petit pouce bleu et restez informés des exclusivités sur The Likers TV.
How are you? I'm good. You know, like it's nice. You know, it's so interesting to work on the show. Because when we first, at least when I first got approached about it, you know, I auditioned for it, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna do something new. We're gonna, you know, it's gonna be this fresh take on it. It's gonna be different style than other CW shows." And you're like, "Okay," like you know, because you hear that stuff, but you never really believe it.
Yeah.
But then I remember when I watched the pilot, they screened an early version of the pilot for us, and I mean, I was blown away. Like I think we all were. It was just absolutely amazing. You know, our director Lee, he was great, and obviously, you know, Todd, our showrunner, what he wrote and created was really, really good. So honestly, for me, I mean, look, I'm working on a show that I like. Like, I'm a fan of the show. So I can't complain. That's rare. That doesn't always happen. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's all good, man. It's good to hear that.
Yeah.
So, like you said, you're part of the DC Superman legacy now. You know, is that something you've ever seen coming in your way as an actor? Like, you know, I don't know, maybe you've loved, you know, the superhero world and mythology, or it just like fell on you. Yeah.
No, that's a good point. I will say there are people on the show who aren't necessarily comic book fans. I'm not one of them. They're always like, "What is this?" And I have to explain to people sometimes. Like I'm probably one of the bigger comic book fans, I guess, on the show because you know I grew up with this stuff. Like I grew up, you know, like Marvel, like X-Men. I watched, you know, read the Superman, Death of Superman comics. That was huge. You know, I had all the issues. Like, you know, I remember that. So I was a fan from back in the day. Did I ever think that I was gonna be on a show and play Steel? No, of course not. I'm like, it's just not something you think about. You know, it's like, oh, one day I'm going to be a superhero. No, it's weird. And
that's crazy, man. So you're the guy on set say, no, it's not like this on comics. Let me tell you how it is.
I will tell you, here's what I did do, because I don't like to bother our showrunner because he's so busy. But I will say, like sometimes, like I'll ask him, like, because what he does is in the beginning of the season, they'll give you like a rundown of what's going to happen. I don't ask because I don't want to know because I like finding out as like, you know, we read the scripts. But I will give him my theory. Like I do have like a long theory about where the season's going and like who this villain really is and this happened and this stuff. And he just sent me back. He was like, "Wow, you're like a fan. You know your stuff." I was like, I do. Am I right? But yeah. Anyway,
that's dope, man. So now you say you're a superhero and you team up with Superman, the Man of Steel himself. How it was to team up with Superman, you know, like beating villains and everything.
Yeah. No, I'd say it's cool. I will say for me, the weirdest part was when I got the costume, when I got the actual suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just weird because like it's a suit, and like, you know, Tyler's got his bodysuit. He's used to that. He's been doing it for a while through Supergirl. But for me, it was my first time ever wearing anything like that. So that was when it became real. And I'll tell you when I remember our first takes. When I first had it on,
I want to hear that.
No, you know what it is? I'm a little clumsy, and by clumsy I mean a lot. And that's a big suit. You know what I mean? Like it squeaks. Like it was just a thing where like, you know, to do the special effects, you gotta like you jump up in the air and then then you leave because it's all CGI and all this stuff. I didn't know how this worked. Again, Tyler had been doing it for a while. It was my first time. So the first time I walk out there, I plant the hammer down, falls to the ground. I plant it down again, falls over again. Like Bitsy has to come pick it up. That falls is a mess. Then we have to do that thing where I land and I fall over a little bit, and I jump up and my helmet's bouncing up. It's just I will say editors are the saving grace of any TV show, because if you saw the crap that we did,
I want to see the behind the scene of that.
I want to see it too, because we were all laughing. I was like, it was the saddest thing I've ever seen, but it's it's not on the show.
Good. Wolé, I have a co-host with me in the room.
Cool.
His name is Steven. He has a big YouTube channel, The Geek Files, and he's a fan of the show. So I invited him.
Up, Steven? Yeah.
Yeah, Steven. Yeah. Let's. Here it is. Hey, Steven.
Hello, Wolé.
Steven, what's up, man? How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Oh, dude, what do we got in the background? I'm trying to see I see Yoda.
Oh, we got the Flash.
Oh, you got the Flash. Okay.
I think you know what the Flash. WandaVision.
I've heard of that before. Is that a Funko? I can't see. Is that like a Sub-Zero? Who is the ninja? The next to Yoda? Who's that? Yeah.
Here.
À côté de Yoda, ouais.
Here.
That one. Yeah. Who's that?
This is Hagrid from Harry Potter.
Okay. Cool. I guess it's a little tiny for me, but I was like, Sub-Zero?
No,
bring this little man on the screen. Screen.
Yeah.
I think there is a Flash somewhere.
Oh, that's all right.
There's no Henry still.
I told you, Wolé,
okay.
The Geek Files. Okay. The guy is on top of it. So, Wolé, Steven's gonna ask his question in French, and I'm gonna do the translation.
No worries.
Perfect.
Gotcha.
Okay. Quand tu veux, Steven.
Super. Donc, on sait que pendant la première saison de Superman and Lois, il y avait au départ des épisodes qui étaient installés pour faire croire aux spectateurs que vous étiez une version un petit peu alternative de Lex Luthor. Et ce que j'aimerais savoir, c'est du coup, comment est-ce qu'on lui a pitché le rôle? Est-ce qu'il savait qu'il allait jouer pendant une partie, en tout cas, de Lex Luthor? Et est-ce qu'il a eu le poids, justement, par les spectateurs, d'incarner cet énorme méchant qu'est Lex Luthor dans l'univers de Superman?
Oh, interesting question.
Okay.
When they came to you with the character, did you know that for a few episodes you will have the weight, on the shoulder to portray the ultimate, villain, enemy of Superman, which is Luthor,
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'll tell you what. So yeah, it's interesting. Because when they auditioned everyone, it was before the pandemic. Before all this crazy coronavirus stuff. So when I first went in, the sides are fake. It was a name something like John Smith or something, something generic that it's not body real. But based on the way it was written, I could tell it was Lex Luthor. So I kind of had an interesting take on him. So I did think I was going to be Lex Luthor, and I was actually kind of excited just because you get to play Lex Luthor. You know what I mean? it's cool. And then kind of booked it, and then obviously everything shut down. And then what happened was over the summertime, while we were on hiatus, before we started production, the showrunner Todd called me and he said, "Hey, listen, so you're not playing Lex Luthor. So you're really playing is Steel." So that's how it kind of came to be. So I will tell you, it was really cool. I would just say for me, the weird thing was, as an actor, I prepared for Lex Luthor. All the work I had done in the room, prior to the audition, was as Lex. The energy was a Lex Luthor kind of energy. And that was cool. But then now I'm suddenly playing somebody totally different. I'm playing a soldier. I'm playing I'm playing a superhero rather than a supervillain. So I had to change it up. I mean, honestly, I told him, I was like, "Oh, okay, you sure?" He's like, "No, I trust you. You can act, you can do it." And I said, "Okay," but I was terrified because now everything I had done before, I had to change. To me, John Henry Irons is selfless. That's what makes a hero. They put other people before themselves. The idea of Lex Luthor, classically, he's a narcissist. He's about himself. He's terrified of Superman because he sees him as a godlike creature. So it's just different to see, there are different motivations. Even though it was ultimately a hatred of Superman in the beginning, it came from different reasons. And I think one of the things they did really well was to give him a really good backstory so he understood why he was so mad at Superman.
Okay.
So I guess when they called, hey man, you're gonna play Steel. Oh, damn. I have to find my VHS with Shaquille O'Neal.
No, I didn't. Sorry, Jack. I did not do that. Shaq's a great guy. I love Shaq. I love
him. Shaq is a legend. Yeah.
Trust me, Shaq could not give a damn about me. He don't know who I am. He's rich and he doesn't care.
Steven's gonna ask his second question. Steven.
Ok, donc tu parlais tout à l'heure de la préparation pour ton rôle. Et justement, moi j'ai une question parce que tu parlais aussi de ton costume tout à l'heure. Est-ce que du coup il était lourd à porter parce qu'il a l'air assez massif dans le show? Et est-ce que tu as dû te préparer physiquement du coup pour le rôle à cause de cette armure ou pour une toute autre raison?
Yeah, you told us earlier about the suit, and the suit, the armor of Steel seems to be heavy. There's a part of CGI, like you said, but there's real pads on you. So I guess it was heavy. Did you prepare physically for this?
That's a good question. I mean, naturally, I work out a lot. Like I do go to the gym.
We can see that.
No, it's just more, that's something I've been doing since I was in high school, so that's there, but it is a heavy suit. I will tell you, for me, it's less about the weight. It's more moving in it because it's so big,
the balance.
The balance it out. And I'll tell you, honestly, I don't even have it as bad. It's the people have been my stunt doubles. They are killing it. Like right now, I got a guy named Steven and he's in it all. Like, if you ever see me with the helmet on, 95% of the time, that's Steven doing all the work. Like those guys, Donovan who does Tyler's stunting, like those guys are really, really the saviors of our show because they do a lot more. They do the wire work, they do all this stuff, and Steel, what he does is they have a electronic battery pack that adds about 40 pounds there, so almost like 20 kilograms, I think. To it, it's a little insane. So yeah, that definitely adds something to it. It's just, you just adjust. I mean, there's nothing you can really do. As everyone tells me when I'm walking around, they're like, it looks really cool. I said, okay, I don't feel cool. It's very hot. I'm very tired. But everyone's like, no, but it looks great. I'm like,
yeah, okay. It looks great on the show, man.
And that's all that matters. Ultimately, it's like, as long as it looks good on TV, no one else cares.
Steven has a last question for you, Wolé. Go ahead.
Alors, est-ce qu'on peut espérer voir son personnage dans une autre série de la Reverse, vu qu'on le sait, Superman Lois fait partie de cet univers partagé et énorme?
Like you said, the show is established in the Arrowverse. The Arrowverse, with the amazing multiverse and everything. Will we see your character, interact maybe with Batwoman, The Flash? We never know.
That's a good question. Honestly, I don't know. From my understanding, it's, there was obviously originally a crossover planned, between Superman and Lois and Batwoman, from season 1. But then when COVID happened, it shut everything down and everyone kind of spread out and did their own thing. So it's a little weird. To be honest with you, I don't actually know what dimension we're in. I feel like some of the other shows are in a different dimension or a different world. I don't know. So the answer is I have no clue. That's above my pay grade. Maybe. I don't know.
So let's wait and see.
We'll see.
Steven, tu veux dire au revoir à Wolé?
Yeah, it was a pleasure to meet you. And thanks, and see you soon on Superman and Lois.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Steven.
Tu restes dans la room, Steven, je te reprends après.
Ça marche.
So, Wolé, we can feel like you enjoy the show, you love it. It's like something you love to do, and we can connect to it. You know what I mean? That's great, man. What's next for you? I mean, I hope season 3, season 4, season 5, season 6.
Yeah. No. I hope the same too. Knock on wood, fingers crossed. No, I mean, outside of the show, I'm auditioning for other things. Honestly, it was a little hard in the beginning because we shoot in Vancouver, and it was on lockdown. Canada was very strict with their stuff. You couldn't go back and forth with the border. The border was closed, so it wasn't really doing as much. Now that things are opening up again, and we're in we're not near the end, but we're in this last third of the season. We're starting to shoot episode 10 right now. Now it's starting to look, okay, what comes next? What do you do over your break? So we'll see. I'm auditioning for some things. I don't want to say exactly what's going on. I'm also writing some stuff right now, which hopefully that's something I'm really passionate about. Also, at some point I want to direct, but as of now, I'll tell you, guarantee. Well, I shouldn't guarantee season 3, but I'm gonna hope, because we've got great fans, that season 3 will come. And outside of that, we'll see what else happens.
Oh yeah, that's good. You know, I had Emmanuel Shriki on the show.
I know. I heard.
Oh, you saw it? Yeah, Emmanuel.
I didn't know she spoke French.
Yeah, she didn't tell you, man. No.
I was like, oh, here's Emmanuel.
Better than me.
and you like, I was like, oh, so I'm supposed to go on and be the idiot American who's like,
Wolé, thank you, man, for your time. Thank you to be here with us. It was I really appreciate it, and let's hope that you will be the Steel for a long time, and I can't wait to see the new episodes next week. And thank you for your time, man. Stay safe and keep doing what you do, man.
Yeah, no, and thank you, John. Seriously, thank you, like, for being a fan of the show. Like, because again, as much as I enjoy what we do and it's great, without the fans, we wouldn't have a show. They'd cancel us. So seriously, thank you for all the support. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Yeah, take care of you. Bye,
You too. Take care, John.
Bye, man.